All right. Good morning, everyone. We're kind of having a little bit of a lazy morning. We started a little bit late, and we may go for about an hour or so, but it's just well, let's be honest, it's your favorite two hanging out this morning. It's me and Steph. Good morning.
Yep. Me and Max. Everyone else is busy this morning.
Yes.
X-Ray is at Cosmic Summit. I think Kara is with her. I'm pretty sure. And then Tugs just couldn't make it this morning, so it's just me and Maxfield Von Priestley.
It's the MVP. The MVP. It's the fan favorites. No, I'm kidding. We miss X-Ray Girl and Kara and Tugs, but they'll be hanging out most likely next weekend. But yeah, I guess X-Ray is doing like all kinds of. She's like hosting or like an announcer.
She's hosting.
How cool at Cosmic Summit.
You know. Yeah, she's doing such a good job.
Who would have thought?
She's hosting over there. I want to go to Cosmic Summit one year because I think like when they went last year, I was like, that sounds like so much fun. I would love to go there. And then I was actually like thinking, oh, I'll just go there next year, right? If they go back to Cosmic Summit, and I completely forgot about it for the rest of the year.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you're into that woo-woo stuff, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Area 51 and all that?
All of the conspiracies, all of the like alien stuff. I actually like what got me into it was when I was younger. My cousin introduced me to the X-Files, so like I would just sort of watch like I think it would come on like late at night on some channel. Like there were reruns of it. So I would watch those. And then I just got like some DVDs, and then like I bought the big Blu-ray pack of it. So yeah, I love the X-Files.
It's an excellent show. It's super well done, and it still holds up today, even when I go back and like rewatch it. But thanks everyone. That was
when I got like my first celebrity crush as well, David Duchovny.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Thanks everyone for being in the chat this morning. Psychotic Mongoose, good morning, and Josh, great to see y'all both. Yeah, Psychotic says Cosmic Summit does look interesting. We've also got Rudy Taitague in here. Thanks, Rudy. Great to see you as well. May you have a blessed Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think like Cosmic Summit isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
It's incredibly interesting. There's a lot of speakers. I think you really need to be like into all of that stuff in order to enjoy it, and it looks like so much fun.
And to really understand it too, because some of that stuff I feel like would go right over my head. So this morning I'm going to be working on some Custodian Wardens, some Adeptus Custodes. You guys may have seen these from Henry Cavill. He is notorious for being a big Custodes fan, and has built and painted a couple of these on his like Instagram. But I've had these guys for a while, and I've already built one of them. But this was like maybe a year ago or so. And I finished the berserkers that I was building, the corn berserkers. So now that those guys are done, I'll move on to these and see what we can get done. But what are you working on this morning, Steph?
I'm building a Lego orchid, a mini Lego orchid. It's really pretty. I love the leaves on it, and I want to build it so I can put it in my house.
Do you
I
have
all of these Lego plants? I have the big orchid in my bedroom, so I don't know. Like the mini orchid can go somewhere in my bedroom too, since I have the big one in there. But I love the Lego plants. Like I have a bunch of them like scattered around my house.
Do you build
They're
any
easier
in?
to take care of.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't have to water them. Do you put any of them in Gary's house?
Oh, I'm saving the Twilight house for that.
Oh my god.
I have the Twilight house.
Yeah, he's gonna love that. How fun.
Yeah, I want to go. Oh, my mic is low. Hold on, let me boost it.
Okay.
I want to go to his. Which one is it? I think it's this one. I want to go to his house and like do a stream and run building the Twilight house. I need to do that sometime. Maybe this week. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure he would love that, especially because I think I saw on Twitter not too long ago, or Instagram, that you were actually watching the film series in his movie room.
Oh, one like Twilight all through Breaking Dawn Part 2. Watched them all. And then I watched the Hunger Games after that. Yeah, because I don't actually own Twilight movies or the Hunger Games movies. So whenever I'm over at Gary's house, like that's when I can watch them because he owns them. So.
And you call yourself a fan. You don't own them? Or you just stream them?
I'm just kidding. I own them.
I was like, there's no way.
I don't think they're on streaming. Are they? I have no idea.
That's a good question. I'm sure you could find it somewhere. Tubi, maybe. I don't know.
I actually want to take my books over there and just sort of hide them in his collection.
In all his comics, yeah.
Psychotic Mongoose, thank you so much for subscribing. And MacNeil, thank you. 20 months and 2 years. That's a long time. That is a very long time.
Nice.
And thanks for tagging me, MacNeil, in all the announcements. Oh my God, Max!
What?
Did you see the new photos that popped up of Ezra Miller?
Yes, I saw you posting those last night. He's at some like Italian film festival or something.
Yeah.
Or
and he gave like this rare interview as well.
What? That's wild.
Yeah. So like, excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. So I can't remember like who exactly the director is, but he said that he is there to support that director. I can't remember who it was, but that's why he's there.
How odd.
Like, they asked him, about him coming back to acting, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm here to support this guy." Hold on, let me find the quote because I actually.
That's wild. He does not look okay.
He said, I'd say his acting career is on tentative ground. Yeah. With his current relationship with cinema. But with, oh my gosh, what happened? Where'd it go? The heck? He said his acting career is, and then they asked him like, "Are you working on any movies?" But he said that he would work with whatever the writer director that he went there to support. He said that'll be the first thing that they do. He said he's been writing a lot, because you can do that in solitude.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
And then he said, cans. That's where he went. He's at the cans. He said, if you've been in the woods for 3 years, I do not recommend going straight to cans, where every photographer and every weirdo will be there. You know what I mean? That's what he said. I'm like, sir, you're the weirdo.
Every weirdo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, does he consider himself stable?
Maybe.
Oh man. Or maybe he thinks that, yeah, he's like, you all are all the weirdos because you did this to me, the Hollywood circuit, you know? I don't know. But yeah, he looked unwell. I mean, he's got this weird porno stash with like the long hair and like a woman's dress on. From the photos I think you shared.
Yeah, he's got a woman's dress on.
But then like combat boots?
It honestly doesn't even look like his. It looks borrowed or something.
Yeah. We're talking about...
There's a few pictures of him. He's got like long hair as well.
Mm-hmm.
On one of them he's wearing like a woman's pantsuit with no shirt. On another one he's wearing a dress with boots. And then another one he's wearing shorts and a tank top with like a scarf around his neck.
What a
so weird.
What a majestic creature, caught in the wild.
So weird.
This is for those who are just tuning in. This is Ezra Miller that we're talking about. He had a rare public sighting in Italy at a film festival.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the watermelon clip in his hair. The weird little watermelon clip in his hair. Mm-hmm. That's right.
I had to Google what that was because I was in almost every picture. He has the watermelon clip. I had to Google like what's the significance of that because it's so out of place.
Mm. It looks like something you'd see like on a child, like on a little kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so out of place, but apparently it's something for Palestine. So.
Oh, really? No way.
Yeah, the watermelon. Yeah, that's what I like when I Googled it. That's what it came up as.
That's so wild.
Yeah, I've seen other people say other things, but I like that didn't come up in my Google search, so I don't know. But as always, the internet is never wrong. So.
Ever. Just ask Grok. It'll give you the right answer.
Did you listen to Glorious Death?
Glorious Death. Oh, the new song from Dan Vaskin Ripa.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't gotten a chance to listen to the whole thing, but I'm hearing good things. Like, I see Dan posting about it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's #1 on iTunes right now, but oh my gosh, it's so good.
That's awesome.
I listened to it a couple of times yesterday, and then I watched...
Got you pumped up?
Excuse me. Huh?
Got you pumped
up? I
up?
listened to it this morning, so I can get, like, yeah. But I listened to it there, and then I also listened to it on... what is his name? John Reeves Live. He reviews or he like reacts to a bunch of music videos. So I watched it through him because I wanted to see his reaction to it, and he loved it.
Oh, cool.
He's done a few reactions to like Dan's music. I wanted to hear his take on it, but yeah, it's such a great song. You need to finish it. So good.
I was getting this is kind of a deep cut, but I was getting vibes of the band called Amon Amarth, which is like a Viking metal band, and that was kind of the sound I feel like they were trying to go for or somewhat emulate. And I really like Amon Amarth. They've got some really cool stuff. And interestingly enough, Amon Amarth, I believe the reason why they call themselves that is because it is, I think it's like Elvish for Mount Doom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like got Lord of the Rings references in it, so I thought that was kind of cool. But
How do you spell that? I wonder if I've heard of them. Or
A
any of their songs.
Amon Amon Amarth Amarth.
Oh, I see it.
And you'll recognize him like the second you see it because it's just a bunch of big bearded white guys.
Yeah, I see it. No, I actually haven't. There's a couple of like Viking bands that I know of, but I don't know this one.
Have you heard of pirate metal
Probably. Hold on.
or dwarf metal?
No, I don't think so.
Dwarf metal is
No.
like a whole sub-genre of metal. It's pretty funny.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. They sing about
Dwarf-
digging. Yeah, they sing about like digging holes and mining for things. It's hilarious. Yeah. It's great. I just want to quickly give a shout out to Jay the Deep Minded, who is in the chat. She says, finally able to address the plastic pile of shame. Yes. Oh my goodness. I have so many my gray plastic pile of shame. I'm trying to get through some of it. And then Codenomics, what's up, dude? He says, just stopping by to hit a like and running. Love you two nerds. Well, thank you, man. Love you, brother. And I hope you have a good run this morning. But yeah, Steph, I would highly recommend and encourage you to listen to the dwarf metal.
The dwarf metal.
Comes highly recommended. So you just recently had a bit of a trip, right?
I did.
A mysterious one.
A mysterious trip. I didn't tell anybody that wasn't like my close friends or people that I didn't need to tell. I was going out of town.
Which I think is actually fairly smart, because even I wasn't privy to it. Like, I didn't even know, and then you came back and you were like, here are all my photos, and I was like, whoa. What? But like I said, I think it's smart because, you know, it's sometimes safe.
I wanted like a mental break. A mental break. That sounds like, oh my gosh. But no, I was we do a trip every year. Me and my like family. I have a large family because I'm brown. So it's a little bit chaotic, but we do a trip every year.
Which brown? Which kind of brown?
I'm the brown that's getting deported right now.
Oh, you're not the Quickie Mart brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, you have no idea how like embarrassed I am about all of these protests and the way people are acting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm watching and I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. Like so embarrassed by everyone's actions and the way they're acting, the way they're speaking to people. They sound so uneducated. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate it all. I can't stand how they're speaking.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, because you have such a probably different view, and like, I know how patriotic you are and how much you like love being here and what it's done for you and your family, and so I know you have a lot of like you respect and high regard for this place. So I couldn't even imagine what it must look like being on the outside looking into all these protests and just being like, I do not affiliate myself with these people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like there's a lot of people that say like, oh, they've been here for a long time and they've been here illegally for a long time but never got like their citizenship and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is the volume super that low? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, how is that? I just boosted everything. I can't make it louder than this.
Maximum power.
Is it really that low? I boosted everything. Like, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what will. It's a bit better. Okay, hold on. Let me move my mic closer to my mouth. Okay.
Josh says you were pretty low, but
Dang.
but you should be good now.
I hope so. Trying to get as close as I can to my mouth with my mic. But yeah, no. So I'm at the same level as Max now. Okay, perfect. But no, like when people say like I've been here legally for a long time and now I'm at risk of getting deported. Like I've been here for, I don't know, 10, 15 years and now I was like, okay, well, in that 10 or 15 years, why haven't you gotten your citizenship?
Would that...
What stop you? Like, what stopped you from doing that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would that require them to, be then... they then wouldn't qualify for, like, government housing, and they would have to start paying... Would it be income tax or no? I think they pay income tax, but they just don't pay state tax? I forget.
I don't know. I don't remember. But like now, when people ask them that, then they blame it on money. Like, oh, like you couldn't afford it. It's like, okay. But if it's that important to you,
yeah.
Like you're out here marching. Obviously, it's very important. If it is this important that you are willing to go to jail at a march, then it should have been that important. It should have been high on the priority list. Because I don't know. I think I view it like as from a different perspective, because I don't know if I want to give out like too much information on my background, but I understand the process that you have to go through, because some of my relatives had to go through that process, I wasn't around, like this happened before my time, but they had to go through that. So like I understand that you have to do that.
Oh,
they're
totally.
very proud of it. Once you finish it up, you end up being like incredibly proud that you accomplished something. It was like your first accomplishment as an American. So
it does seem pretty exciting, that would be like, because I have seen videos of men and women who are like, I just passed my exam and I just got my citizenship, and I'm so excited to be, like there's no more worry, and it is a huge accomplishment, like because that you have to study American history, you have to know it back and forth, you have to take I think it's like a 50 question exam or something like that. It's not it's there because it's the least that someone could do when coming to this country, right? Obviously assimilating within the culture and the environment and the values and the morals that America stands for, but also just understanding where we came from and our history and things like that. I think it's an honor for a lot of people. I know friends of mine that are Italian citizens and also American citizens, because they're like Italian American. But yeah, when they go to Italy, they respect that Italian culture. Like they have to assimilate within that culture as well, which is totally different from ours.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that come here, especially now, they don't want to assimilate. They want to bring their culture here, and they don't bother to assimilate. And it doesn't help that people are running around saying that America has no culture.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I think but I think America is the only place that affords them the opportunity to do that freely, right? Because anywhere else they'd be persecuted, or they would be judged, or they would be, you know, all this kind of stuff. So I think they view America as this safe space that they can practice all these things, but then at the same time they hate it. They're like, well, I want to live here, but I also hate it here. So it's like, well, then which one is it?
Yeah.
I guess you can have both, but it just seems counterintuitive. MG is in the chat as well. Good morning, MG. But yeah, Josh, you got a point there as well. It's very counterintuitive. So.
Yeah.
But before we were talking about this, I was gonna ask about your trip to Hawaii.
Oh. Yeah, I went to Hawaii.
And you got to see Lilo and Stitch.
They were on the beach a lot. But no, I went to Hawaii. I had a blast. It wasn't anything that I like. It was something that was planned in advance. Like I knew where I was going for a while. But yeah, I didn't really tell a lot of people that I was going anywhere, except for the ones that like really needed to know, like the. But for the most part, I just wanted to go and enjoy myself. I didn't even share much on social media either. Every now and then, I would share a picture of like a pigeon or a what is it called? A freaking, oh my god, a chicken. Because they had so many chickens running around on the island.
Really?
So many chickens.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Like a ridiculous amount of chickens. I couldn't believe how many chickens they had running around the island. But yeah, I went to Waikiki. And I stayed on a nice part of the island where like all the resorts are. But then like we went on the North Shore side, and that was probably my favorite side. If I ever go back, I'll probably stay on the North Shore side. But I did something that I've always wanted to do, which was go snorkeling with some sea turtles.
Woo!
That was a lot of fun. I almost cried when I saw them. And these are like wild. These are just like wild sea turtles. They're not tamed or anything. They do have a law there though that like you can't go within 10 feet of the sea turtles. So like when you're snorkeling with them, you have to be snorkeling like near them. If they come near you, then that's fine. You can just like slowly move away. If they come near you, you can't touch them. Like they have a law there that says that. I was ready and willing to break the law.
For your beloved sea turtles, I believe it.
I was ready and willing to break the law. I wanted to touch one. But no, they got relatively close to you. They were just chilling. Like they were just chilling, coming in, you know, coming on the shore, leaving the shore. Like they were just chilling out. Yeah, psychotic mongoose for the turtles. I was hoping to see like some eggs hatching, but I guess it wasn't like seasonal. That's a seasonal thing.
Well, I mean,
so I didn't see that, but
that makes sense, because wasn't Crush from Finding Nemo? He was just a chill dude. He was just chilling.
So chilling. Yeah.
So that makes sense for them.
Oh man.
But how fun that you got to see. I mean, because that's what brings you joy in life, are turtles.
It does.
And so
I've never wanted to own a turtle more. Like I want a tortoise. I love tortoises. So I've never wanted to own something more.
That's so fun. I love it.
And then I did something that was completely 100% out of my comfort zone. I don't even think people will believe me, but I have photos of it. Okay.
I still don't even believe it until I see you under the water. I want proof.
I went. No, you couldn't. Like, you could buy an underwater camera, but they were $80.
Oof.
And
Okay.
I was like, I don't know if I want that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that, pictures that bad. So I just did like before and after pictures. I was trying. I gave my phone to somebody, so like I had them like, hey, can you take a couple of photos? And when they took the pictures, like I was underwater, so like you can't. So you can't even see that I'm in there, but yeah, I went shark diving in a shark cage.
That's insane.
I was terrified. I've never been that terrified.
Oh my
I
God.
was terrified.
How frightening. I mean, so were there a lot, or was it just one or two, or?
Oh no, there were a lot.
Wow.
They were I didn't even care what kind they were. I was still freaking terrified. But like they guarantee sightings of sharks. And the ones that I saw, there were a couple. I can't remember what the other one was called. I can't remember what they were called. One of them for sure was a Galapagos shark. Black tip reef. That might be what the other one, I don't remember. But yeah, it was Galapagos sharks were the ones that were there. Like the majority of them were Galapagos sharks. But I was, oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was terrified. But it was this touristy thing that you do. They take you out miles. I think it's like 5 miles off the coastline or something like that. And they already have cages. They already have shark cages. Like they're wading in the water because they're weighted down. Because I was wondering, like, oh, we're like on the boat. Where the heck is the shark cage? They already have them. They're out in the sea, in the ocean. Like they're already out there. And they take you out there. I did the touristy thing, so it's snorkeling. They give you like these really nice snorkels, and you're holding on to the cage, and you can go underwater, like, and just breathe through the snorkel. When I was doing it, I was like, how is this legal? Like, legal. But that's just like, that was probably the fear, because I was so scared. I was worried that a big shark was going to come, because they said there's chances that you can see like tiger sharks. Sometimes the tiger sharks will be there too. And I was so scared because those things are big. At one point, all of the sharks like went away. They left. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, they left. That means like something bigger is coming.
Oh my God.
I was so scared.
A megalodon.
I was so scared. I was like, what's coming? But I didn't realize that like when you're there in the shark, when you're in the shark, because I went in the first group. So like when the second group was in there, what they were doing, the guys on the boat were playing with the sharks. So like they would throw something out in the ocean and the sharks would go to it. I didn't realize that that's what they were doing. That's why they all left. They were playing with the sharks.
Okay.
I was just like, something huge is coming. I was freaking scared. We're in the cage for 20 minutes, but that 20 minutes seems like a lifetime.
Oh, I believe it.
I was so freaking I was scared as hell. And once it was over, and I didn't even realize too that, because when we get there, like the boat is right next to the cage. So I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna be right next to the cage, totally safe, like not a big deal. No, they push the cage out, away from the boat.
Oh my God.
So like at one point I looked up and looked over at the boat, and I saw that it wasn't even like that far away. I was probably like, I don't know, like 10 feet away from the boat, maybe 10 or 15 feet away from the boat. But like it like to me, because I was so scared, it looked like it was like I was like out in the ocean. The boat was so far away, because I was just that scared. Oh my gosh. But when it was finally time to like get out, I was in there with my brother. I was just like, I want to get out. Finally, like our time was up, and like they were pulling the cage, into near the boat so we can all get out. And it didn't help that like on the boat they have like this red strip of paint, not paint. They have red tape on the boat, and they said don't step on this or step over this part, because you'll slip, you'll fall in the water. And then they said like red is dead. Don't forget that red is dead. And I was just like, oh my god. So, but yeah, when it was over, I looked over, I was like, I want to get out. I want to get out. I was like panicking towards the end because I feel like I had been panicking the whole time. But I could finally like feel the panic, and so that's all I kept saying was like, I want to get out. And he was just laughing at me. He was laughing. He thought I was having the greatest time ever.
I mean,
yeah, so like when I was climbing out of the cage, my legs just went like weak, and my legs have never felt heavier. I was just like, oh my god, like it felt like my legs felt that they weighed like 300 pounds each, because I was that scared. Oh my gosh,
that
frozen.
That is insane and unreal, but I am very, very proud of you for doing that, because that sounds like, even I don't know if I could do that. That's pretty ballsy. So
yeah,
cool.
It's like it was when I saw it, I was like, well, I mean, it's once in a lifetime thing. When am I ever gonna go swimming with sharks ever again? So
what was the, like, did you just one morning you just woke up and you're like, I'm gonna swim with sharks today, or did you have it planned?
All of it was planned.
Okay.
Yeah, but not everybody did it. So
okay.
Yeah. I got a shirt that says I swam with the sharks.
That's worth the money just alone. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to get more than a shirt, but like I feel like I was in shock for a while. This took place on the North Shore as well, but it was so funny because like my adrenaline was so high that like on the Uber ride back to the hotel, like I crashed out. I crashed out in the Uber ride. I was just like, ah! And then I just fell asleep.
What a fun experience. I mean, like, you'll remember that forever, though, I feel like, so.
Yeah.
That's unreal. It sounds like, this Soul Assassin says, was it Jawsome, Steph? Get
yes,
it? Like
it
Jaws? Jaws?
It was totally Jaws.
Cajun Corey for 33 months, dude. Thank you so much for the 33 months of membership. My goodness, that's a long time. He says, I think I'll go skydiving again, then go diving in a shark cage. Much safer. Wait a second. Do you think that, Steph, skydiving is safer than going diving with sharks?
I would never go skydiving. Yeah. At one point I was asked if I wanted to go because my sister went. I was like, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
That's too scary. I think I'd be like the one that passes out as soon as you come out of the plane, because your instructor, the instructor is attached to you on your back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I like they jump out of the plane, I would have passed out. Like I could never do that.
Just dead weight the whole time, just totally fainted,
I
like passed out.
It because you passed out the whole time.
Well, Cajun, thank you so much for the 33 months of a membership, and yeah, brother, I don't know, I can't go with you on that journey, my friend. I don't think I could ever do skydiving. Swimming with sharks is pretty terrifying, but it has a high rate of success in terms of survival. So, Josh says that he would totally go diving in a shark cage. And Josh also celebrates 33 months of a membership. That is amazing. Thank you so much, dude. That is really, really cool. Thank you for the support, brother. But he asks, and I guess this is for both of us, Steph, thoughts on Whoopi Goldberg, otherwise known as Guinan on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Thoughts on Whoopi saying blacks have it worse here in America than people in Iran? Oof, that's a take.
Yeah, she did say that. Whoopi Goldberg's an idiot.
Man,
She's an idiot.
that's a wild take.
Yeah, she lives in oppression. She lives in in oppression. Like, lady, you are worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You have achieved so much in life. Don't tell me you're oppressed. You know, I love the TikToks that are coming out of people. Like, there was one that I was just laughing at. It was such a simple TikTok, but this girl's like looking into her phone, looking at her camera, like she's speaking to us, and she's like, "They're supporting Iran." Oh. They're supporting Iran. Like, that's, she's just saying that like in disbelief. Like, I cannot believe that that's where we're at right now.
That is.
They hate Trump so much that's where we're at.
Oh yeah, and they are like totally on board. They see nothing wrong with it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there is a certain amount of self-evaluation and humility that comes with being on a show like that, where you have to say, like, listen, I may not know everything. I may not be the expert here on all this stuff, but maybe I still do think that, black people have a disproportionate amount of injustice done to them by this and that and blah, blah. But then to go so far as to say that Iran has it better?
Yeah. No, I watched that. I watched that clip, and she was not backing down.
No.
She was not backing down. She had her co-host was telling her, like, are you serious? She kept saying like all of the different things, how oppressed like the women are there, and she was not backing down. She was just like, well, here. She would not. It was so
Wow.
embarrassing for her. It was so embarrassing for her that she wants to, be a victim so bad that she would compare herself to people in Iran. It didn't matter if she was presented with, facts. That is still not worse than being black in America. Like, I'm watching this clip just in disbelief. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Here's the thing though, she wants to be oppressed so bad.
Yeah.
I saw a video of these people reacting to it, and they were just like, wasn't she in The Color Purple? She never left The Color Purple. She is still living in The Color Purple.
That was
Yeah,
oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg, she wants to be oppressed so bad. She really does. And as for like them trying to like take they're being responsible. They're not responsible on The View. Like, not at all. They are not responsible on The View with their takes. They're so used to just spreading lies and getting away with it that remember like when they had to read those corrections?
Oh yeah, that's right. The network made them read that stuff that was obvious, like libel and slander.
Yes. So like before that, they are used to saying whatever they want. They're used to saying libelous things or lies. They're just used to spreading lies that when they have to like actually read something and correct themselves, they take it as a joke. Like, well, I believe this, therefore it should be true, but whatever. I will read this because someone is mad that I just lied about them. Sort of like an eye roll type thing. But it's because they're so used to getting away with it. They're so used to spreading all of these lies that when they have to be responsible for their words, it catches them off guard.
What's interesting?
Can't stand with you.
Oh yeah, no, it's cancerous entertainment, if you can even call it entertainment. But what it used to be is just like, it's funny because I feel like The View was just for like the show for like cackling cows that just gossiped about like Hollywood news, right? Like, isn't that? I don't think they really dove into politics until Trump got involved with American politics, and then they just like turned into a political show. I could be wrong, but I just always felt like it was just like a talk show, morning show for women who were like, you know, needed some gossip or something and would listen to these Hollywood like little reporters.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Didn't I don't know. Didn't it start with hold on, who are the original hosts of The View? Because I could be getting their names wrong. Original.
But I did see that that video that you were talking about of the like the 3 or 4 black guys who watched Whoopi say that, and one of them even says like, this is the country that has the most amount of wealthy black people in the world, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's a pretty good statistic, and he's not wrong.
Yeah.
When you look at
the most black millionaires, I think is what he said.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the most significant culturally, like with pop culture. Look at who is dominating those industries. If you look at music, it's black people. If you look at sports, it's 80% black people, like mainly black people, especially football. 80% black to like I think 20 or 18% white or something in the NFL. It's a disproportionate amount of success that they have found in those two industries, and good for them. I mean, because obviously their music is fantastic, and they're incredible athletes. So like, yeah, great. I love it. That's awesome. And yeah, it's just such a odd thing to say when you see so much success, because it's like she wants to, like those guys said in that TikTok video, she wants to continue living in this age that is like regressive and regressing, instead of recognizing like all the amazing things that have been done and wanting to progress. But if you progress, that means you can't be a victim anymore, and then you don't get your sympathy points or your virtue signaling. So, all that being said, I hope you got your money's worth there, Josh, for your 33 months of a membership. That was a great question. Thank you so much, sir, and I appreciate it. Let's see. There was something else.
It was Barbara Walters. That's what I was thinking about, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, Barbara Walters was one of the original. Like, I think she started The View. It was one of like the original people on The View. She was like the main host. I don't know, like.
That's right.
There's no journalistic integrity anymore, and I feel like Barbara Walters, at the very least, knew what she was talking about. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch The View, like never, when she was hosting, but I would think that like I've seen a lot of Barbara Walters interviews on YouTube, that I was just thinking like, well, I bet that when she was, hosting The View, that it was different. But who knows? Who knows? I feel like that show is for brain rotted leftist white women. Like that's I feel like that show is for.
You nailed it. And most likely living in California.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we don't have to watch that, and that we're not subjected to The View. But you know what you were subjected to watching, and that you actually liked, and this I'm sorry, Steph, I can't go on this journey with you, unfortunately, because I did not like the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. And you liked it. And I I need to hear from your own mouth why you liked it. And why
I like the How to Train. I
Oh,
like
sorry.
the How to Train Your Dragon movies, though. Have you seen the cartoon? Like, have you seen the trilogy?
Oh, multiple times. How to Train Your Dragon, the
Yeah.
first movie, is, I think, my top 3 favorite animated film of all time.
Yeah.
Which is
That
why the
trilogy was
live
like-
action was such an abomination.
That trilogy is goated. I love it. I've actually watched the Netflix shows, all of the side movies that they made. Like they're
Oh, wow.
so good. Yeah. I love How to Train Your Dragon so much. I think that if there are now, it's not a perfect movie by any means. You know, there were changes that I did not like when I was watching the movie. But when I was watching the movie, like I completely forgot that I was upset at those changes. There were things that they left out of the movie that I wish, lines that they left out of the movie that I wish were in the movie. There were the casting choices. I have my thoughts on the casting choices. I did not like Rough Nut. I didn't like her casting. Or Fish Legs, didn't like his casting. Or Astrid, I did not like her casting. I thought all those the Fire Brigade were miscast. Like, but the way that they explained it in the movie made sense to me, because they were like finding all of the best dragon fighters from a bunch of different tribes from around the world. They went sailing to find help, and it kind of made sense to me, simply because, like, if dragons are attacking, then you can't reproduce as fast as if you go and look for help somewhere else. So that made sense to me, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know.
It just
At the same
seemed,
time, I'm like,
yeah, just seems so unnecessary.
Yeah, at the same time, like, I'd prefer if they would just kept the cast like it was in the animation. But their reasoning made sense within, their casting made sense within like their within the explanation that they give.
Their white
but-
guilt got the best of them.
But I mean, the story was just, like shot for shot the animated movie.
But worse.
And they also, like, they added different things. They added different stories. They added extra things. The one thing that they added that I did not like, and I don't care if someone else liked it, I did not like this, was Astrid's goal or secret want to overthrow Hiccup and become chief. Like, that was completely unnecessary. Astrid was never threatening to Hiccup. She just didn't respect him,
She doesn't ever want to become chief either. She just wants to be a good warrior.
Yeah, she just wants to be the top warrior.
But
that was it. And it was never threatening. This was like a threat.
She's like, I'm going to take your house.
When I get older, I'm going to kill you and become chief. This was a straight up threat to Hiccup. That was something that I did not like. I thought it was completely unnecessary, because she was never like that in the movie. She wasn't threatening towards Hiccup. She just didn't respect him because he was the weakest warrior. And naturally, if you're in a tribe of warriors, you're not going to respect the weakest one. It doesn't matter if he's the chief's son.
Did you also notice that from the original in the live action, they gave all of Hiccup's leadership lines to Astrid. So, like, when they're about to attack the dragon's nest, like the hive or whatever you want to call it, all of those lines are given to Astrid and not Hiccup, even though Hiccup should be leading the charge because he's the dragon rider. Like, she's not that great of a dragon rider. She's the warrior, but Hiccup's the leader. So they're just setting her up to be the, like, I don't know. It's it's degrading and just embarrassing that like the makers of this wanted to give her more like screen time or more character or more agency, and so instead of creating their own character and lines for her, they just gave her Hiccup's lines. So it's like,
Ooh, I didn't
oh,
notice that. I didn't notice it.
yeah. So it's I think it's worthless. There doesn't need to be any type of live action anything. It's if it is shot for shot, it doesn't really need to be made. But I understand that like kids and adults, I will say, love it.
What?
What's up?
You roboted. What did you say?
Oh, I was just saying. I think kids and adults both love this thing, which is, you know, I mean, I guess you can't argue with that. But yeah, I wasn't a fan, so.
I liked it. I had fun with it. I liked it. I think that like they didn't. I don't feel like they altered the story too much. Just to put a message out there like they did for
Lilo.
Stitch.
Oh my God.
Or Snow White. Like the story wasn't altered, like those movies are, like Disney movies are, right? It is the same story, and with minimal changes in it. But it's the same story. I love that they got the and you can sort of like feel that they really wanted to keep like the heart of the movie in there, which is the relationship between Hiccup and Toothless, and even his relationship with his dad. That's what they were going for, and I think that in that aspect they did achieve that. It's a live action movie. Does it need to exist? No, but it does. Unfortunately, right now, currently in Hollywood, this is what they're doing. And I think that if you're going to do that, if you're going to make live action movies, try and make it as close to the original as possible. That's what we've been saying. Like, oh my gosh, they changed it so bad. And now with this one, they didn't alter it too much. I mean, it's basically a shot for shot, and people are still like, oh, then just see the original because it's so much better. Okay, but we've been saying, like, if you're going to make it in live action, why not keep it as close to the original as possible? So that's what they did with this one. So I feel like it's sort of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And at the very least with How to Train a Dragon, they made it as close to the original as possible. In fact, this is probably the only movie aside from maybe Cinderella, but even then, they did make some changes to that movie. That is as close to the original. If not, it is shot for shot of the original, as they possibly could make it. They brought back the original director, and he was just like, if you're gonna do it, I want to be on board, because that's basically like that's his baby. He doesn't want anybody else coming in, because if you have someone else coming in, they're going to want to put their own stamp on it. So I feel like having another director come in, they would probably make a bunch of changes to the movie, because they want to leave their own stamp on it. I feel like that's why all of these directors and writers come in and they alter the movie. Why? Well, because it's their movie now, and they want to do their own thing with it. Whereas this guy's already made the trilogy, and he's just coming in to do the live action. And he has made the trilogy. He loves the trilogy. He loves what he created. So I'm going to come in, and I'm not going to alter it too much. So like I feel like I'm looking at it from that perspective. Like, Hollywood right now is at a point where it's sequels, prequels, and live action remakes. And I hate all of the changes that they're making to these movies. At this one, at the very least, they didn't alter it too much, so I can give them credit for that. And not only did they not alter it, but they brought people back, and including the director, and you can actually like sense that I want to try and give fans of How to Train a Dragon a live action movie that's not altered too much. Are there things that I don't like about it? Yeah, I don't like that they changed Astrid into like, I'm gonna kill you, Hiccup, when later on she's supposed to become his wife and like fall in love with him. That how do you go from I'm going to kill you because my aspirations outweigh, you know, anything else to, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with you. You know, I don't like that they added that in there. I don't like some of the casting choices, but I think that the way that the movie is, and the things that I liked about the movie outweigh that. It's forgivable because the movie is that good to me, for me at least.
All right. Hey, well, I always yeah, I think the changes that they did make were either unnecessary or worse. So like at best they're unnecessary. Because like there's one thing where the dragons they're either like allergic to grass or no they I think in the animated in the original
it's soft grass, it's kind of like catnip for them.
Yeah. And then in this one they're allergic to sunflowers or something, or they sneeze over sunflowers.
They're allergic to, or they sneeze at dandelions.
Yeah, so then it's like, okay, why was that change made? It's like so random and like pointless. But then you do get things like where when, spoilers, at the end of the movie when Hiccup loses his leg, Astrid comes over to console Hiccup's dad for some odd reason, when it's like, no, you don't understand the nature of the scene. Like, this is the scene between father and son that they have to experience together. Not only that, but Stoic has to see how much Toothless is a advocate for Hiccup and how much he wants to protect Hiccup. So this is the three of them. This is their moment. And then all of a sudden, Astrid just walks into the frame, and I'm like, wait a second, no, get out, get out. You don't belong here. So it's just stuff like that where it's like, you made this simple scene that could have just been redone shot for shot so much worse just by adding one little thing. So
well, not only was Astrid there, but Gobber was there too. Gobber was never there in the original one. Gobber was there as well.
And I think it just removes the... Yeah.
I don't think so. You know, it was funny. I was more upset at how... I was more upset at how, what's his name, Gerard Butler delivered the line than I was about the people around him.
Oh,
because
okay.
in the animation, when he said like he's alive, you brought him back alive, he's got like a frog in his throat. He's choking because he's crying because he's like, he's alive, you brought him back alive. Like he's starting to cry because he realizes that his son is alive. So what's funny is that I'm more upset at the line delivery. I think it was so much better in the animated movie, along with a lot of people's line deliveries in this live action movie. Let's be real.
100%, yeah.
But I think that like I was 100% more upset at the line delivery than I was at who is standing around Stoic.
Yeah. Because
I think that like if you're going, Gobber is I feel like it kind of made sense for them to be there because Gobber is, what's his name? Is Stoic's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his best friend, and he's just realized that his son has died, or at least that they think that his son has died. There's no way he would just let him be there alone.
Right.
He'd be by his side. And Astrid just realized her feelings for Hiccup. So they're both there. Like if everybody, like if the whole fire brigade and Gobber was there, then I'd be like, well, fuck that.
Why are they here?
Those two being there sort of made sense.
Okay. I always, Josh is notorious for having bad takes, and he always tells me though, hey, you can be wrong, as long as you know how to back it up. That's totally fine, right? So I think that's the thing is there are people who say, oh, I loved How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. I'm like, cool, what about it did you really like? Or what made sense about it that, didn't do it for you in the animated? And if they can't explain it or they can't justify it, then it's like, okay, well then you just like it because of nothing or just because you want to like it. I don't know. But yeah, so I always respect someone who is able to back up their reasoning for this is why I didn't like something or this is why I did like something. Because it means that they've actually legitimately thought about it. So, there was, Josh in the chat had said, I'm still shocked Max went to the movies. Next, he's going to tell us it was a date as well. So, one, I didn't actually go to the movies. I went to the Seven Seas. And two, everyone thinks that I have this secret California girlfriend. And I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Max has a secret girlfriend.
You guys are so funny. If there were a girl in my life, y'all would be like, I wouldn't shut up about her. I don't think you guys realize. But, oh well.
Max has a secret girlfriend. It's okay. He doesn't want to bring her out just yet. All right, I respect it. All right, it's just like my trip. Like, I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, it happened, and you know, I came out and talked about it in my own time. It's totally fine. Like, when he's ready, chat, he'll tell us about his secret California girlfriend.
In due time, you guys will...
Psychotic Mongoose says Max is just nervous. Yeah, I imagine he would be nervous, you know?
Yeah.
It's a big step for Max Field.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, been single for 4 years? 4 years now? Which, I mean, is not, like, a crazy amount of time. It's pretty... Yeah, it's not a big deal. But yeah, once I'm ready, I'll share her to the world, and everyone will be like, wow, you're dating Ezra Miller? It's like, yeah, well, I just didn't want to say anything, guys, so... I was trying to think of some random person, but no. Yeah, no, I don't.
Max has a secret California girlfriend, and we are all going to give him crap about it.
Secret California girlfriend. How do you think?
Yeah.
How do you think I?
Right.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. How do you think we met? Was it at church? Was it at the gym? Could it have
This
been
was an
through?
unexpected meeting. Like, it came out of nowhere for you. That's why you're so nervous and you don't want to bring her in front of people. Because it was like this just such a random thing that you're like, I don't want to jinx it, which is why you're keeping her a secret.
Okay. That's actually, that might be pretty valid. That I'm afraid that if I start telling people that it'll ruin the you know, the charm or the you know, the love that we have.
Exactly. But you know what? I know that she makes you happy.
Okay.
I know that she makes you happy. So I'm just like, you know what? Let him, in his own time, he will tell us. He will introduce his secret girlfriend.
That's so funny. You know what is funny? Is I don't do the dating apps all that much, but I do have them, and I do have a profile on there. And I'll you know, hop on once a week and just see if there's anyone that is interesting or any messages that I need to catch up on or anything. And every time I go on there, Steph, like, I would say 90% of the women that I am swiping through on my profile are Latinas. It's so funny.
Aww.
I think it's just because...
He's rejecting the Latinas.
No, it's just that I think in the area that I'm in an undisclosed location in California, yeah. But as we all know, they're really great lovers, but if you do them wrong, they'll kill you. So
Spicy.
they're spicy.
Spicy.
They are spicy. So, would you recommend me trying to, find myself a Latina woman?
Not for the week. You're not for the week.
Oh man. Well,
we're spicy, but let me tell you, we love hard. Like, that's it.
That sounds like a challenge. Then sounds like I gotta step up to the challenge.
Not for the faint of heart, but I think that you will always remember your Latina.
Oh. She'll make herself memorable. Be an experience.
She will imprint on you. You'll never forget it.
Yep. That scar across my throat. Yep, I remember her very vividly. So. Well, Josh, for $5, thank you so much, man. The 5 really means a lot, and you totally didn't have to do that. But he says, Max, you're the one who said we wouldn't know for at least a month. We'd have to interview her.
Josh is right there with me. Don't you agree, Josh? He has a secret California girlfriend. I'm telling you. Like, all the signs are there. Maxfield has a secret girlfriend. I know it. Like, I feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my bones, Annie. Yeah, no, I see, I think the thing is, I wouldn't introduce her to this whole, like, YouTube comic book stuff until a month maybe into our relationship, because she doesn't need to know about all this dorky, geeky, stupid stuff. So that, I think, is what I'd probably wait for a month. And then, I'd introduce you guys to her and you'd meet her, but we're that's wishful thinking. We're getting ahead of ourselves. First I have to meet someone. So.
You already did.
Oh no. And then Cajun Corey for another $5. Thank you so much, man. It means a ton. He says, if Max does get a girlfriend, he better look at her the way him and Josh look at each other. ... Oh boy. Yep, that'll be my life for the next, coming year is Wes's video and how much it haunts us. But no, yeah, I agree, Cajun. If I can get a look like that from a woman, I think I'll know she's the one. Soul Assassin says that smile hides the knife. That's how they get you, Soul. That's how they get you. Should I? I'll ask this, Steph, and then I gotta head out here. But if a Latina woman calls me Papi, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Should I be worried for my life, or should I start, looking at engagement rings? Your silence is deafening.
Listen, I never called anyone Papi in my life.
So it's a bad sign then. I should not.
I don't know. I think that I can't say. I can't say. I don't know, and I don't know any. I don't know any Latinas who have called a man Papi outside of their dad. So.
Very well.
That's yeah.
Very well. Well, then I will. I know. Then it's something I should stray away from then. If that is the case, so. But all that being said, super fun convo. I'm really glad that I got to hear about your Hawaii trip, because it sounds amazing, and I'm jealous that you got to go hang out with the turtles, the sharks, your family, and Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a few pics on Instagram later today.
Oh, cool. Okay.
If you guys are following me, you can go and see those pictures there. I already like put a few together, so I was like, these pictures I'm comfortable sharing. I don't mind sharing these.
Mm.
So yeah, if you want to check them out, you can, guys. If you're not following me.
How fun. Well, thank you all for hanging out this morning. Steph, are you going to stay live to finish your plant?
I am. I'm gonna stay live.
Okay. Sounds
for
good.
a little bit longer until I finish this up.
Okay. Sounds good. And then are you going to do a live stream with Disparu this afternoon as well?
Yep.
Nice.
Disparu and I are playing. We're deciding between 2 games. I think we figured it out. I'm just waiting for him to respond back and just make sure that that's the game that we're playing. But yeah, we're gonna do that probably at 4:30 Central Time, and then after that, it's Talk Nerdy over on Mara's channel today.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Before I leave, I am going to let me see if I can get my kick up. So I am going to put your URL in the chat. So chat, go check out Steph over on Kick right now. I just put the link in the live chat. So if y'all want to head over there once I'm gone, make sure to go raid Steph. But yeah, thank you all for all the super chats and the memberships. Love seeing y'all here in the mornings. And thanks for just enjoying our chill, relaxing morning. But
Max has to go. He has to have brunch with his secret girlfriend.
Yeah, we have to go to church and brunch, and then maybe I'll talk about what I was doing this morning.
Yeah.
She'll be like, "Why couldn't you make it? Why were you late to church and brunch?" Oh, I just slept in. That's all. She can't know.
Yes, psychotic mongoose. Max is quote unquote busy with his secret girlfriend. All the signs again.
Oh man, you guys are funny. Well, thank you, Steph. Loved getting to hang out with you this morning and catching up. And thank you, chat, as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, like I said, this chill morning. But have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon. And that's it for me on this end.